So what's going on? Slabosco here. Chapter 1066 is out, and you know me. I'm not waiting. I'm going as soon as I find it, as soon as it's there, as soon as it's available. And the chapter name is The Will of Ohara. Like, come on, just the chapter name alone. It's like, gotta read it. Gotta find out what's going on. Have to find out. Like we had the cliffhanger from last week where we find out about the ancient robot that's massive and 900 years ago. Obviously if you're in here and you're a One Piece fan, you should know that this is spoilers reading the latest chapter. So if you're not, you're stupid. But anyway, this chapter, I am so stoked for it. So I don't even want to wait anymore. I just want to get right into it. I didn't even set anything up. I just want to get going into this chapter. So the Will of Ohara. Oh, we get to see more of the cold-blooded voyage. So we do get to see more Germa stuff. Returning to Germa with company. So obviously that's Caesar. Okay, understandable. It's kind of probably what we thought. So cool. What did Oda say this week? I got a new gas barbecue grill recently. I'm learning to cook meat via convection. I can't wait till everyone gets to try it. That's right. He's a big meat lover. I know that about Oda. What are you saying? A futuristic city like this existed in the distant past? This is just conjecture. Who's saying this? They don't show who's saying this. I once knew a passionate archaeologist who was willing to risk his life to shed light on a certain ancient... Are we going to learn about Robin's dad? Is that what's going to happen right now? There's a certain archaeologist, and it's a he. Not only that, but a certain site... But not only... Or maybe it's Clover. It could be Clover that's being talked about right now, too. Not only that, but at a certain site, machinery was excavated that dated back to the same era as the kingdom. Obviously, the ancient kingdom from the Void Century is what that is. Are you saying that machinery was created during the Void Century? Here we go. You tell me. Whoa. I mean, I don't know. You know something about this, Robin? No doubt it's a painful memory, but 22 years ago, your home of Ohara was eradicated by a buster call. I think that happened because Ohara uncovered the details of that kingdom's existence. Yes, they were going to say the name, and we never got it because Clover got shot. Are we going to get the name now? Is that what's going to happen? I believe the history of the Void Century is the history of a conflict, one between an alliance of 20 nations and this forgotten advanced kingdom. The victorious 20 went on to form the world government and shape history as we know it. And to ensure that the ideas of the ancient kingdom wouldn't live on, they erased every trace of it from history. What? That's great. That's right. None of the others really know this other than Robin. Like, this isn't something that she'd ever talk about it. What? That's crazy. From Nami. This is for real? Usopp's freaking out, of course. Frankie's excited by this, of course. Whoa, what an epic and romantic tale. Hang on, Vegapunk. You mean everyone who knows about this gets eliminated? Indeed. Then why did you tell us? God, I can't unhear it. Of course, Usopp's freaking out. Come on, brain, forget. He's bashing his head in the ground. Forget you didn't hear anything. Like I said, this is just conjecture. Okay, so the person who said this is just conjecture was Vegapunk. So tell me, Nico Robin, if I am right, and that discovery is why Ohara was wiped out, then wouldn't that mean the government's actions be tantamount to a confirmation? Yeah, obviously. Why are you asking about this? The scholars did devise a theory after all their extensive research, but wouldn't someone as high up in the government as you know about it already? Probably not. Probably not, because he's not technically in the government. I'm afraid government affiliation makes no difference. I'm kept in the dark like everybody else. That's what I figured. I'm surprised that she wouldn't have realized that herself. But anyway, even bringing this topic up to them would result in my immediate erasure. That's pretty crazy too. That you're just done if you even talk about it. And stop telling us this is just torture. Let us out here. If that's true, how could you know that they were researching that kingdom? All the books and materials were on Ohara, and they were the will of Ohara. Oh, because they did. They threw the books into the water. That's right. The will of Ohara lives on. That day shocked the world. In a single night, Ohara and the island renowned for its love of knowledge was wiped out save for one little girl. The scholars were labeled devils, dissidents who plotted to overthrow the government. A concerned, furrowed look here on Robin's face. A few months after the incident, I paid a visit of my own to the scorched earth of Ohara. I was acquainted with Professor Clover, the foremost authority on archaeology. I figured I should at least leave some flowers for him. You knew Professor Clover? Ooh, so that's probably who he was referencing earlier on in the chapter that he was talking about a certain man. His obsession with the Void Century fueled his adventurous lifestyle. Oh, this is kind of cool to see how Clover was before, searching for relevant texts the world over. The Marines incarcerated him on at least 10 occasions by the time he settled down. Holy shit. Let's go, Oh, wait, was he a pirate? Looking at this, it kind of looks like he was a pirate. He was the world's most famous archaeologist. Over time, countless scholars were drawn to him, and they all flocked to Ohara. It truly became the holy land of archaeology. Unfortunately, the aftermath of those talented minds coming together proved tragic. When I stepped... What the fuck is this look of... Why does... What is this... What? Okay, Vegapunk already with the 6 bodies thinks is crazy, but like, what is this picture of what we're seeing of him on Ohara? What is he? When I stepped foot on Ohara, even the Tree of Knowledge had been burned to cinders. I was speechless when I saw it. But the lake at the center of the island, I knew it, he found it. He found the lake at the center of the island with all the books. It had been filled with an unbelievable number of books. What in the world? I could only assume that it was the work of the scholars. They must have dedicated their final moments to ensuring that the future had access to their treasure trove of knowledge. That's amazing. That it was Vegapunk is the one who probably has done something with that knowledge. If any Marines did discover the books, they were apparently too ignorant to understand the value and let them be. Aura had triumphed over them. When I realized that, I couldn't stop myself from crying. Oh, Robin's tearing up. Please take care of Robin. Make sure she escapes the island. I still have a duty to... Man, Robin's mom. Mommy, I don't want to leave you. Let me stay too. Save the books. Get the reference materials out of the library. Robin, history is our greatest treasure. It must be preserved. We just can't give up on your future. God damn it. Be proud, Robin. Your mama's an honorable woman. Aura stood up to the world. Yeah, it's okay to cry, Robin. I'm on the verge of tears too. I get it. You Helen-wearing bastard, how dare you make... There's a lot of Frobin people, for those who don't know Frobin, the Frankie Robin ship, that are really happy about the fact that the first person to say something is, looks like it's Frankie, or it's Robin, I don't know, either way. That's a Vegapunk, you better release these shoes. Vegapunk. It's just as you said, they came to the same conclusions about the kingdom before the incident. I see, so it's all true. Where are the books from the lake now? I really wanted to take them back to Punk Hazard, but I knew if the top brass ever caught wind, it would be over. So instead, they were taken by the people I saw. What? The people you saw that day. Ohara, West Blue, 22 years ago, a few months after the Buster Call incident. Someone else is visiting the debris? Giants? Wait, is this Vegapunk? Is this us getting a little... He is so fucking goofy looking. Of course he is. And he doesn't look anything what you think he'd look like. All right, let's pull him up. Who are they? What should I do? Do they have any idea how important those books are? It's been a while, Vegapunk. As usual, that head of yours makes you stand out. Is that you? It's fucking Dragon? What? Dragon, what are you doing here? Oh my god, his brain is massive. Holy shit, his fucking head is so weird. That's my line. Your head definitely looks like it's gotten a good bit bigger. I knew an old man Clover. Are Robin and Luffy brother and sister? Half brother, half sister? I'm very curious now. What the fuck? You too? I know he was once a bit of a hooligan roaming the seas, but all that nonsense about him trying to destroy the world, it's blatant propaganda. 100%. Are you worried about the giants? They're not scavengers. I had a word with them just now. It seems they're from Elbath. We're going to fucking Elbath very soon. There's no doubt about it. It seems they're from Elbath, and they're fully aware of the value of those books. Their captain was a strange giant wrapped from head to toe in bandages. Giant wrapped to head. No, it's not. Part of me is like, maybe it's not Saul. It's not. He said Ohara. It's not Saul. He said Ohara sacrificed itself for those treasures, and he couldn't let them be erased from history. Is fucking Saul alive? You know, this is something I've thought about multiple occasions, is we see Saul get frozen, but we've seen other people get frozen and they've lived. Like Robin and Luffy, obviously, are the first two that come to mind. Maybe Saul didn't die. Covered in bandages, somebody who's... Whatever. Let's just keep reading. He said Aura sacrificed its... And somebody who knows. Unless Saul was able to tell somebody before he died, but I doubt it. After seeing a government lackey like you lurking about, I'm glad they're here to scoop them up and keep them safe. Hey, you know I'd never... You passed on joining the freedom fighters a while ago, but it still made me sick to hear about you becoming one of their lapdogs. Don't be stupid. Your ragtag operation was always too poor. What good are my skills and intellect if I can't actually build anything? I know, you're as blunt as ever. The world government is an insanely huge organization. There are plenty of decent people. On the inside, that can be reasoned with, especially in the Navy. Yeah, the Navy we know has a lot of good people. The world government itself, I don't know. We haven't seen them, at least, if there are. On the inside, that can be reasoned with, especially in the Navy. Don't lose sight of the end goal, Dragon. I get it, but I can't just sit back after this. It's too damn much. Those harmless scholars were brutally snuffed out. Just for questioning their authority, it's a farce. I'm going to raise an army that can fight them head on. I thought you hated war. Just watch Vegapunk. I'll change the world. The Will of Ohara won't die with Clover. Within a year, he, Emporio Ivankov, and Bartholomew Kuma founded the Revolutionary Army, which continues to shake the world to this day. Wow, Luffy's dad sounds intense. Yeah, he does. Did you say Elbath? This is such a different... I don't know, it's interesting seeing Luffy's dad at this age, too. God, we still don't know any... I still wish I hope we find out something about his mom one day. About Luffy's mom. Professor Glover's fate motivated Dragon. My head's gonna blow. Why did Kuma help us? And why did you modify him so much, Vegapunk? Eva, that bastard, was one of the founding members of the Revolutionaries? Yes, that's true. Saul's fucking alive. Saul is alive. What is this chapter? What the actual fuck? Oh my god. The books from Ohara certainly couldn't be left to be found by the government. Man, why did... Oh my god. I'm not surprised Saul is alive. This is always something that I thought was a possibility. More so than Robin's mom. Robin's mom, I hope she not because it would take away from Robin's backstory, but like, yeah. Anyways, the books from Ohara certainly couldn't be left to be found by the government, but my curiosity compelled me to make a discreet trip to Elbath, where the books were taken, and they allowed me to read each and every one of them. In other words, I took everything Ohara uncovered about the world's secrets and memorized it. It's all in my head, and I have continued their research. She knows Saul's alive. This is so good. That giant captain, he's called Saul, isn't he? He's in hiding now, so I can't confirm anything. Oh my god. Oh, my heart. I'm so happy for Robin. Oh my god. I think the only thing that maybe tops me want to see, like, the Brook Laboon thing is now knowing that Saul is alive, is Saul and Robin seeing each other again. Thank you, Dr. Vegapunk. Thank you for not letting Aura's sacrifice be in vain. I tried to help progress we have to go to Elbath now. We have to. There's no way we're not going to Elbath within the near future. There's no way. That has to be the next island after this. I try to help progress every field of thought possible. It's my nature as a scholar. What? The shoes are moving on their own. I can't release you just yet. Follow me. There's something I want to show you. Junkyard, eggheads, fabrication, stratum. Chopper, there's no way to get in. Oh, it must be the type that moves on its own. Move, Robo. Does it need a special command? You just gotta say its name. Move, Robonosuke. Move, Robo King. You guys are such kids. Ain't no way. It's move. Is it starting to move? It's gonna blow. Save me, Quasar. No good. Another debacle. Somebody please save me, Quasar. Perhaps space-time bent mid-warp? Did this motherfucker just warp in? What? What is going on? Did he just warp from somewhere else? Because this version looks a lot like his OG body. Maybe it is. What the? There's a guy like Kinnymon here. I've gotcha. I'm sinking. Sorry. It's him. Much obliged. You're Dragon's boy, right? I knew you'd come. Good job on making it. Oh my, Bonnie, dear me, you sure have gotten big. Well, old man, are you floating? It's splendid to see you full of vigor. Vegapunk? Oh, she's pissed. Which she rightfully should be. You can float too, you know. Those dumb shoes you're wearing have a nifty hover function. What? See here. Press the button on the side and grab the lever. Gadzooks, we've flown too far. Oh my god, so this is like him without his brain, sort of, almost. Save us, Quasar. Dr. Vegapunk, the man with the biggest brain in the world, leader of the Navy's SSG. Oh my god, this chapter. Oh, it's so good. It's so fucking good. Oh. He Vegapunk is like definitely a caricature of especially old, like him older. He is a caricature of God, what's his name? Why can't I think? God, the smartest man to ever live. Why can't I think of his name? Albert Einstein. He's definitely like a character of Einstein. That's really cool. God, I never thought about whether Saul was alive or not. It was definitely something I always thought as a possibility because of the fact that we've seen other people be frozen solid like him and live. And when you think about Kuzan as a character, or Aokiji, whatever you want to call him, he is not somebody who would just kill somebody, especially a friend, with no reason, right? I feel like he has to know, too, that he's alive. But regardless of that, it's like, this is so cool. This is a, oh my god, these chapters every fucking week has been such a good chapter. Post Wano. Like, post Wano has been amazing. Like, say whatever you want about Wano, but post Wano, that's some good shit. That's some really good stuff. Oh my god. I kind of like, this chapter feels like it was pretty long too. This did not feel like a short chapter either. I felt like there was a lot in this chapter. Wonder how many pages this was. I kind of want to count them. But I wonder if we're about to get everybody reuniting too. Like, it seems like maybe that's what we have happening here in just a second. Wonder what Bonnie's gonna do to Vegapunk as well. This is a good chapter. This is such a good chapter. Oh my god, I could just keep looking at the different panels. But like, what did he do here for Vegapunk? Did he like warp? Was he trying to do like, I don't know, because they pull him out and he's perfectly fine. I wonder what happened. I wonder how this happened, and who's he's saying save me Quasar to? Who's Quasar? The humble genius appears. That's what the I wonder. I hope we have a chapter next week because this chapter, every chapter, more questions than fucking answers, man. We're getting near the end of the series. We're supposed to have less questions. We're still not having less questions. It's driving me crazy. It's driving me absolutely nuts. In a good way. In a good way. This is what I'd want to have happen, right? I don't want things to get boring or bad or sad. Uh as far as like the quality. Not that I would expect that to happen. 25 years or whatever it's been kind of tells us that that's kind of hard to have happen and go that way. But my God, my God, so good, so good.